I'm going to start off by talking a bit about the bigger picture, about smell and taste themselves. Then we're going to look at the impact of smell and taste disorders. I'm going to talk about my own personal experience and how that led to me starting in Fifth Sense. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the work the Fifth Sense is doing, why we're here. So, firstly, smell and taste. Let's think about, why are they important? Think about eating and drinking. Think about the smells, the flavors, the aromas. Those of you in the audience, with functional smell and taste, think about the last meal you had that you really enjoyed, the aromas and flavors involved with that. Think about how smell contributes so much to our enjoyment and experience of the great outdoors, whether it's walking through a field, walking through woodlands, being by the sea. Think about walking through the city and actually how smell links us to the environment that we're in at any one time, and actually how we form memories from an early age associated with those environments. And think about the smells of other people. Those of you in the audience with a functional sense of smell, think about kissing your partner goodbye this morning before you came here. Think about being in bed next to your partner and it's the smell of them that tells you it's them next to you and no one else. Smell plays a really important role in how we connect to other people and how we feel about other people. So let's think about all those sort of different things. Think about all the different smells and tastes that we experience. And then, again, those of you in the audience who, with a sense of smell and taste, just imagine what it might be like for a moment if it was to suddenly just go and be wiped out. That's basically what happened to me. So in 2005, I was 22 years old. I was a musician at the time, and I'd gone out drinking with some friends, had too much to drink and tripped and fell down a flight of stairs and landed on the back of my head. I was in hospital for a week, came out of hospital thinking I'm alive. Nothing seems to have been damaged too badly from what I can tell. I went back to my parents to recuperate for a week or two. And the first meal I'd had since the accident, I was sat there eating this risotto that my father had made and drinking a small glass of red wine with it. And I was thinking, this doesn't taste of anything. And that's when I realised, I thought, I can't smell. And my attitude was, I've never heard of this happening before. So a couple of weeks later, nothing had changed. I went to see my family doctor and I said, look, I've had this, suffered a really bad accident. Number one, I'm really lucky. I could have been killed. I haven't been. The only thing that really seems to have gone wrong is that I can't smell. I can't smell anything anymore. And my doctor said, okay, yeah, I've heard of this happening before. It's quite rare. We don't know anything about it. We don't know anything about the sense of smell, full stop, really. It might come back of its own accord. Give it 6 months to a year. If nothing changes, you'll just have to live with it. And my attitude at the time was, well, at least I've only lost my sense of smell. Because, as I said, I was a 22-year-old guy in a band. There was all sorts of stuff going on in my life at the time. And frankly, I'd had something taken away that I'd never paid any attention to, really, when I did have it. And I thought, okay, I've lost my sense of smell. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see if anything changes. The only obvious impact for me was that I couldn't really taste very much anymore. I could still taste a bit, but my sort of ability to taste had sort of hit the floor. And that's the way things stayed.